Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's navigation task. We've got another one where we've got to look at a photograph and compare it with the map. What I want to know is where the photo was taken. Can you identify the feature circled in red? And also it's either sunrise or sunset, so can we work out what it is, what time of day it is? So that's our photograph. And here is the map. We're using the Ordnance Survey 1 to 25,000 for this one. So let's have a look back at the photo and see what we can see. Okay, so we've got the fact that we're looking straight to the sun. We're either looking pretty much due east or due west, depending on whether it's sunrise or sunset. Other than that, the features in the landscape, well, we're looking slightly downhill across some, looks like quite rough ground with some boulders dotted around in it. And then in the near distance, we've got this wall running straight across left to right as we look. And then beyond that, we've got some fields. We're looking down, goes down into a valley bottom there, and then up the other side. And we've got this very distinctive, almost wedge shape area of trees here facing us, going up the hillside on the other side of the valley. You see we've got some field boundaries coming out to the right, and then the land stretches away into the distance. So can we see that? So we're either looking pretty much due east or due west. Can we identify that wedge shaped area of trees? Well, there's only one really, which is that. So if we're looking at that and it's facing us on a hillside facing us, we've got to be looking from east to west, because you can see it's on this hillside that drops down from 309 there, down into towards the brook at the bottom. And then there, look, those are our field boundaries going off on the right. So we've got to be over on this side somewhere looking to the west, so it tells us that's sunset. So where exactly can we work out where we are? Well, one thing to note is we're looking pretty much straight up the edge of those trees there. Can you see? Pretty much directly in line with the edge of those trees. So if we bring those back, what can we see? Well, if I just put an arrow on there, there's our trees. So if I draw a line along the edge, then we're somewhere along that arrow, roughly, not exactly, but pretty much along the edge of those. And remember, we were looking slightly downhill to a field boundary that wasn't too far in the distance. So we're not going to be to the east of the road. So if we look at this area here around Carrhead Rocks, can we work out where we are? Well, we can't see a field boundary to our right or to our left, so it feels like we're pretty much in the centre of that area, looking out to this wall here. So let's see. So we can't see this boundary line. So the fact that we're looking down over rough ground puts us on the edge of this line of Carrhead Rocks, so just before the 384 spot height, just probably by the O of rocks. Now if that was the case, we'd expect to see a little area of trees, and we can see that it's beyond this boundary line. So if we go down to the boundary line and then go left to the end of it, can we identify those trees? Well, there's the boundary line. Come along to the left, and then here you can just see a tree symbol like a Christmas tree, and those trees actually are, if you know your trees, those are coniferous, so that ties in with that. So not too difficult to identify this week. Let me just put some arrows on the map for you. So the photo was taken from here, looking down across the valley. We couldn't see the stream, it's hidden, it's dropped in dead ground, we can't see, but we can see up the other side the obvious wedge of trees, and we're looking straight up the right hand side of it, and then that area of trees is just to the left of this field boundary. Note this thicker line here is the boundary of access land, so we'd expect to be in rough ground, non-cultivated ground, rather than field systems that have been looked after and maybe treated, and the tree is just in there, or the trees are just in there. So that's your answer this week. I hope you got it right. Hope you could work out the difference between sunrise and sunset. Thanks for watching. Look out for next week's navigation task. Bye for now.